And welcome once again. I'm the database guy. We're at video 7. We're continuing with our coding of our database. And yes, I do have the solution for you. We're still in the intermediate and we're still here. And it's one thing that I had brought up many, many moons ago. Let's show you the solution, by the way. Wow, nice, huh? Let's cancel. Remember I told you that there were issues with in our query. Whenever you're referencing, in this case, let's go to the book one. Doesn't matter whether you go to that one or this one. We're referencing something on the form. Whenever we're doing that, folks, ladies and gentlemen, folks, if we run the execute, we're going to come into an error because the db execute for our query assumes, and it has to take the position that everything is available to execute it. So instead of running the db execute, you have to run the do command open query. All right, which just allows the query to open. And that's how we did that when we manually did it. So that's the rule of thumb. If I'm referencing something on my form, I need to do command open query. If I don't, I can execute my query. And that's the case of an append or a delete or anything like that. And I prefer the execute, but here we can't do that. Let's look over our code now. To be on the safe side, so the first line here requeries the subform for authors and puts the caption there and the title and the focus on this. What we're going to do right now is I'm going to uncomment this stuff right here. All right. Let's see. Uncomment it. Thank you. Or comment it out. And so in the first case here, what I'm going to do here, basically, I'm going to see if I can also uncomment the set focus. I don't even think I need that. Because what happens is I'm selecting the item I'm at, and I think this is overkill. Let's see what happens. And it should be. So for Bleak House, as you can see, Dickens came up and so on. We're going to cancel out on that one. Let's look at another one here. Should be Dickens as well, Nicholas Nickleby. So I don't need to set my focus to that. Let's look at Moby Dick. That's very good. All right, so the point of actually doing that was because when I originally was running the query, as you know, I would click on that field so I knew where I was. But it doesn't matter. When you're in a form, whatever row you select becomes the focus, right? So if I do 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, that becomes the focus, all right? And I don't need to have that extra piece of code within there. All right, so the next ones here are, we're disabling our add button. We don't want that, right? Also, sorry, me dot cmd edit book dot enabled equals false as well. We're going to put that in there. Me dot cmd. Whoops. Let's get that right, folks. The activation key. Boy. Also equals false. And so what this does is this prevents us from editing another book or activating the book we're on. Then we're going to make the two buttons visible. We're going to cancel, confirm, make those enabled, because what happens is when we what happens is that when we make them visible and then invisible with the cancel button, we're also disabling them. And we saw that with the add button, right? When we canceled with the add button, we had to enable them with the add button. If you remember that, text enabled is going to be true for the ISBN as well as the title, the year, and the publisher. And then here, over here, boom, 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 we're going to make sure that the author information is there, and there should be one more. We're not going to do that. Well, we're not going to worry about the ad. The ad should be fine because if we wanted to add another author, that's a possibility. We're going to bring, actually, we're going to leave this as it is and debug it and run it just for the sake of argument. So let's see here. So if we run this, let's try something we haven't done. So let's see. Okay, we'll cancel this. Yeah. It did not disable those, so let me just see. Why it didn't, I don't know. Um, Probably because I have the focus set to it. So let's try me.txt isbn.setFocus. I don't think you can disable it if the focus is set to it. Let's try this one. No, hit no on that. We don't want to inactivate. I think I'm getting an error here, so it's not being nice. So come back. Hmm. Um, all right. So let's see. Oh, it's disabled. It's not enabled. Ooh, it is disabled. Okay, so let's all right. When we cancel it, we go yes, and then here it's not enabled back. So you can see now that it did work. I don't know why I didn't gray it out, but it's not quite like. Let's go back. Let's try. Now you can see here too. Wow, this one didn't disable. Um, let's cancel it. All right, let's see what happens. Running my code here. We're going to uncomment this out and see what happens. Um, yeah, it's inactivated. It's not there. So, all right. Now if I hit this again, nothing's happening. I don't really have to set the focus. I think that's the other issue too. Um, yeah. So let's cancel out. Yeah, good. But this one still works. No. Let's see here. This one is inactive. It is not active. So I may be not referring to the right. Let's see the control name. Is command inactive. Oh, I don't think I have. I think I have the checkbox. So let's go to that. Let's see if we have the wrong. Oh yeah, that's the wrong one. That's the actual button. CMD inactive. That's what we want. Again, you got to point to the right control. Let's see. Here we got it. So obviously neither one of them, and you can see the buttons are inactive. Now we're going to have to then code on this cancel to reactivate them. So we have to do a check. If they're inactive, reactivate them, and so on. So, design view. So, let us go to our main form. Let us go to our cancel. And we deleted the books. We're requerying the forms. We are enabling the add button. We're setting it focus. Then we're using the tag to enable all the controls. Then we're enabling the subform. So at the end of it all, we're going to put here if me dot cmd um, no dot cmd, and what is it on that particular book? cmd edit bk dot enabled equals false. Then make it true. And if. And what we can do is we can run a similar piece of code. Now, I could have put an and with both, but then both have to come into play. And to me, I don't need to worry about that. So we're going to do this here. And we're going to go to, it's the edit book and the inactive, CMD inactive. So what it should do compile. Let me see here. Why is it flagging me for an error? Method or member is not found. So, oh yes, we're referring from, this is from the main form to a subform. And I think we have to have the bang on this. So, let's see. See what happens. All right. That's why we have to have the bang on that. So, then the control, then it's right. Because the dot looks for a method and so on. So, let's just try this one. Let's cancel this one. Everything is fine. Let's see if it'll work here now. Here we're going to say no, right? We don't want that. Let's try to do that. If we hit cancel, and now you see it's back, right? It's back. So it did work. So the bang has to be what we need. Cancel. Actually, I'm going to say no. So here you can see none of these are active. If I hit cancel, yep, and now they're back to active. So let's go over here again and look at that code from the main menu. So I'm using the bang. So I have me.subform books, a DE bang, and then I look at the control and enabled. I can set it back on and off. Now, only if it's false. If it's true, it wouldn't do anything, right? It wouldn't do anything here. And what this does is it prevents me from basically adding or making any change other than the change I'm making. Now, right now we're here. I'm going to see what happens to, now my confirm, I'm going to cancel right now. On the confirm here on the main one, right? This confirm here indicates that it's looking at confirming and adding a new record. So what we have to do is, and we're going to write code in our next get together on this one. I mean, I could write it now. What you have to do here is select case, and this is going to be me.cmd addbook.enabled. Whoops, sorry. Whoa, I'm sorry, command addbook.enabled, right? And this is going to be case false. So in other words, when we look at this here, this is going to be false. And then here, this is going to be case true. Because, and select. Because what we are going to be looking at is when we confirm if it is inactive, the add book, that means we're in the process of adding a book. If it is not inactive, we're in the process of editing a book. All right. And what we're going to do there is we're going to, obviously, in each one of those controls, we're saving a change. And then what we need to do is, in this case, since we don't have anything that we need to check, we also need to run the check as we do. So actually this select case, let's see, should be not here. All right. We're going to check regardless to see and make sure everything is there. Missing authors, missing what? Else. All right. Here. It should be here. And then, let's see. All right. Then we're going to put this one here over here because now and select. Well, let's just see that we don't have any issues with this. Oh boy, and we do. Oh, wait a minute. You know, this one here. Actually, it should be fine. All right, so, and if without if blocks. So let's see here. So, let's stagger these the right way. See what we've got. There we go. All right, and over here, let's stagger these two. There we go. Else and if. So where is That should be fine. I wonder if the select case is causing the issue. Most probably is. Yeah, so let's see if I take the select case out and see if it airs out. Oh, I see. I have an extra N select in here. So let's see now. We okay? All right, we're okay now. So I would put, um, right, you could be missing authors, and then else over here, and and if. All right, so that's fine. Exit sub. So case true and select. Let's see if it doesn't air out. I'm hoping it won't. And it does, because I think what it's doing. Hmm. Hmm. Well, a better way to probably do this then is to run independent checks. I don't like to have too much code, but um, let's see now what happens if. Will it air out now? All right, case without select. So what we have to do here is, oh boy, copy, get rid of this, and come here. Now, let's see. Now we're golden. All right, so then what we need to do here is we need to take the same code here. Oh boy. And actually, whoops, whoa, sorry about that. We're going to, where is it? Oh, okay, here it is. Um, let's just use our shift key and go up. And we're going to now, I hate to do this, but it's the easiest way to make sure there's no confusion. All right, so case true, required to edit this book. Data missing, whoa. We got a spelling error here. Let's go back up there and fix that one too. This is why. Okay, here, data missing. Edit this book. Oh, okay. I edited the wrong one. You got to be careful. Uh, add. All right. So that tells us it's add. So now, or add it, right. This is here. Do you want to edit? And here we're going to say edit book with a question mark. And here we're going to say just this. Uh, with changes and with the authors. Edit book. Up here we should have add new book. All right, and then here, these two we're going to take out for now. Um, query, enable. Oh, and right in here now. Let's see. Then we're going to have to put me dot subform books.de dot. Let me go back to. Oh boy. The cancel button to see how it was done. Yeah. Okay, so equals true. We got to enable that button. And then we have the other button to enable, right? That's fine. We can do it this way. I should have taken it from there anyway. All right, so basically what we're doing, oh, and the get tag, the same get tag, fine, that's fine. To confirm, right, to make it go back and make it invisible again. The only thing we don't have now is the two queries to run that will append the data. All right. And they're going to be, and let's look at those queries. They're going to be the update queries, right? The book and the author. Query update DE book. Let me just see something on these here. So now we are okay there. We're not looking at any form. And we should be okay here. What I think I'm going to do, good. All right, so update. So let's take this one here. We want the book first. Rename, copy it. And the other one, whoops, sorry, I just hit the wrong button there, sorry. Is here. Because this is an update, right? Yeah, to the author. Let's see, rename, copy. There we go. And we're going to bring this one in here, right? For the author. So we're going to update the book and update the author. And we don't have a reference to the form, which means we shouldn't get that error. It should be fine on an execute. True, we would query. So let's see how we are here. Looks good. We're going to save it. All right, so the other side of this too, by the way, is if no changes are made, it doesn't matter, right? So let's see what happens. No, we're going to just say no, we're going to cancel this out. So something happened in our select case. So is equal to false. Let's try that because I'm thinking it's the way I'm writing this. Equals true. It should be is equal to true. Let's see what happens. All right, so it didn't, it did not, or at least it worked. So Oh. Hmm. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, and this particular one here, by the way, when you append it, it isn't null. So what we have to do is, oh dear, um, ask the first thing here, right? And we have to bring this over here. So be careful here. So if not as no is fine. If not as exit sub, else, let's see what happens. Did we, yeah, else without, all right, copy. All right, so we have to bring this one here. Um, hang on a minute. So let's get this right. Okay, okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, here's the else here. So, um, let's see here. All right, we've got two. Okay, that's fine. Um, getting these if-thens and elses in the right series. Okay, that's good. So this should be and if. Um, how many and ifs do I have here? I have one if, two ifs, and yet one, two, three, three and ifs. So there's something wrong. I think this is not supposed to be here. And if, let's try now. And select without select. Hmm. Um, let's try the end if here. Let's see what happens. Oh, we're good now. Yeah. So I think I missed. All right. I think I missed one, which would be. All right. That if is there. The other if is out here. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. The third if is here. Yeah. This is why you have to have these things out here. There we go. That's why. Right. Okay. So we're good. Whoop, get that out of there. Get that out of there. Okay. And we're going to debug quickly. We're going to save it. Now let's see if we get the right message. Let's try this one. It didn't give me a message. Why? It should have. Um, let's see. Let's see if it even gets to the stage here. So let's see what happens. It should. It didn't print a Y. So, hmm. Me dot CMD. Oh no 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 no. Oh wait a minute. Yeah. Let's just see what we come up with here because I want to see if we can get the value on this because obviously in the logic it's not looking at it. So let's see and cancel. Yeah. Get back to square one. Let's see. Didn't print anything. So I'm wondering if this kind of logic um, is not good. And it probably isn't. So what I'm going to do um, is um, insert a module. We're going to call this one all right, variables, and we're going to go public. We're going to say public bool uh, AE type as Boolean. All right. What's happening is, folks, is say yes to that, is that it doesn't like looking at that. So what we're going to do here is come over to our books, to our edit. And one of the first things we're going to do is bool add edit equals. Look at my variable again on that. What is the name of it? Bool, oh, AE type. Okay. All right. Bool AE type equals. And we're going to put this one as add edit type. We're going to say it's true on this one. And then we're going to go. So what's going to happen is when the user clicks that, it's going to set that Boolean to true. And then we're going to come over to the main one here. And when we go to this one here, okay, bool AETYPE equals false. So we're going to have one or two possibilities, right? This should work. This should work. We're going to come back to our DE books. True. Okay. So on the confirm now, rather than use the select case for this one here. So this is going to be, we're going to go bool AETYPE. And we're going to select case bool AETYPE. And if it's false, we're going to add. And if it's true, we're going to edit. So let's see what happens. We're good. So cancel, yes. Let's just see what happened if we got the right. It's false. It didn't set it to true, which, hmm, um, it should have. Let's go to the books. Why? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's the confirm. Okay, that's the confirm, but it should be true. No, I don't want to do that. Saying false. When I clicked it, all right, let's see. Sure you want to edit the book? No, let's just say no for a minute. Let's see here. Oh, it's now true. There it is. It's now true. Good. All right, we're in good shape. Um, all right, so go back to the main form. Right, so that's good. We don't need to debug print. All right, so that's good. And now we know we're in edit, right? So um, then what we need to do here is, okay, we've got the update, we've got everything we want there. So let's try and hit cancel on this one, go yes. Let's go to here. Okay, and we're gonna fix Bleak House here. And it fixed it, as you see. Let's try another edit for one of these here. Let's look at this one here. Uh, Arrow, and we'll confirm that. Do you want to do that one? Yes, we do. And there it is. So you see right there, it's really cool. Now we haven't done anything with the with adding an author or now let's see what happens by the way if I were to take this out. You're missing data. Beautiful. Let's try another one. Pretty good. All right, let's take out Agatha Christie too. Let's see what. Oh, it's not in the list. So, oh, there we go. Okay, that's because we didn't get the whole thing. Let's see what happens now if it even picks that up. Missing the author. All right. So if we cancel, we go back to where we are, which is cool. Let's go to the pit and the pendulum. And now you notice we only have Agatha Christie. We don't have the multiple authors here. So when we come back to our next session, we're going to have to fix that. That's number one, to make sure all authors get populated, not just one. Um, and that again could be happening because we're in edit mode on there when we don't need to be. But when we come back, we will fix that. But right now, our edit for our basic book is working, right? And let us just see what happens here. Let's run and test 5, 6, or whatever the heck it is, and year and publisher and an author. And let's see what happens. Do you want to add them? Now we're at the add, so we're going to say no, we're going to cancel, we're going to say yes, and so there we are. So we can differentiate between adding and editing, which is what we wanted. It's a bit hard to throw it in there into the main portion of it. So the last things we have to do are fix this author issue here, and finally adding the author. Um, and as you can see here, it's not very difficult. You may think this is advanced, but it isn't. This really is basically replicating two different things. We're looking at a select case, we're looking at the Boolean that we set, and the idea is AET, I'm sorry, bool, AETYPE, and we should get, well, we don't get anything because it just ended. Oh, I'm sorry, no, bool. Hello, we should get it. We should get a number. There it is, false. Um, so you can see it's easier to work with that than it is with the enabled. We probably could have done that. I just don't like it. It's a property. It's not a variable. It can't pick it up very easily. So what's left here really at this point right now is running this append for all of the authors, and that's in the edit. So if we look here, right, the reason it's not working is because we're looking at the ISBN, not the BAID, which we should be. But I mean, it is looking at that. But if I look at this particular one here, I'm seeing both of them. So I don't know. I think because it turned it to allow additions off, but we'll see. Or maybe let's look at the form one last time. I might be looking at, let's see, current record instead of all records. So that's probably what the reason is. All right, so form. Let's see what happens if we take this one. Now we're only getting Jules Verne on that one for some reason, so we're going to cancel out of that one and go yes. Let us take a quick look on that too if we are in only edit mode, which could be the reason why. Allow additions, allow edits. Oh, is it single or is it multiple? Let's see. Oh, single form. Ho ho, continuous. Will it allow me to do it? I'm thinking it should. So let's try it now. There we go. There we go. Good. So we go cancel and we go yes. So let's pick up another one with a duplicate. That's why it wasn't single form. Um, I don't know if that defaults from the add. We'll check. Yeah, there we're good there. It's putting them in alphabetical order. When we come back, we will fix this up for the authors, for adding an author, and then we're done with this example database and how it works. Uh, so we've got a couple more probably videos on intermediate, and but remember that always like and subscribe and stay with me. This is free for you. Take care wherever you are. Have a good day, evening, morning, night, whatever. Have a good life.